I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for accepting my invitation and allowing me to talk with
Okay, I'm sorry the parrot was singing just when you said that, so I didn't hear.
you. I was telling you that thanks for accepting my invitation and allowing me to talk with you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So I thought to introduce you to my audience.
Okay.
Can you introduce yourself to my audience?
Sorry?
Can you introduce yourself to my audience?
I
You didn't
didn't
hear.
hear.
Okay. Can you introduce yourself? Can you introduce yourself to my audience?
Hi, I'm Eligi. I am very honored to be here.
Uh, what do you do? You're a writer, author, editor.
I'm a translator, but I have this problem because when I translate, I know how each letter should stand, but I don't speak English since I never speak English. I don't have instructions. I have this problem. I don't know if I'm pronouncing words correctly. So if I'm speaking like an idiot, I apologize to everybody.
Okay.
I'm a translator and I'm a first-time author.
You are from? You're from which country?
I'm from Serbia.
Okay. So you're a translator.
Yes.
Okay. Which means you translate the language from one to another.
I translate our books. I translate books from English to Serbian.
Okay. English to Serbian. Okay. Which means you know English and you know Serbian, two languages.
Yes. But
Okay.
I know I don't know. This is the first time I think that I'm speaking English.
This is the first time you are speaking.
Yes. I don't have anybody here with whom you can speak English, so I know how to write English. It's okay, but when I have to speak with someone, I'm so scared that I'm going to pronounce something I don't know, not correctly. Not
Okay. So only Serbian. You translate the English books into Serbian, your language.
yes, yes.
So you're perfect in English.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I've translated my books into English by myself, and I'm kind of proud of it.
Okay. What made you to become a translator?
I don't know. I always wanted to do it. You know, when I was reading a book in English because I couldn't wait for it to be translated. So I had to read it in English, and I was always like, oh, I would like to be the one who will translate it and make readers in Serbia read it in my translation. It was a dream of mine for so long. And of course, I wanted to be a writer too, so it's kind of related, you know. Those two professions are related.
How many books you have translated?
Hundreds and 40 something.
When you started translating books from English to Serbian, when you started it?
When did I start?
Yeah.
15 years ago. 15 years
Hmm.
ago.
Okay. So many authors have reached their imagination and their writings through you to Serbian people. So you
Yes.
are the reason for their success.
I'm what?
You are the reason for their success.
Yes.
So Tell me about a book which got translated by you and which was like created a big thing, which means reached a lot of people.
Well, one of my favorites, of course, is Kate Atkinson, Life After Life. Then I translated Philip Roth. I've translated Stephanie Garber, Caraval, but of course the most famous book I've translated is 50 Shades of Grey. That was the big boom, you know. And yeah, that's the most popular, most famous. I've done many really cool uh, writers and great books, but this one is the most popular, and because you know it was a huge hit and everything.
How many days you take to translate a book?
Mm. It depends. It depends how long it is, how hard it is. 2 months, sometimes 3 months, sometimes 1 month. You never know.
Okay, so I'm sure in this 15 years you have understood the English language and Serbian language more than any people who are living in Serbia.
I didn't get to think.
I'm
I'm
sure
really sorry I didn't hear it. I have this crazy parrot, and I have 3 dogs. And I don't know if you hear them. They're over there and they're making noises, and I'm sorry.
I can hear the parrot sounds.
He's up there.
Okay, your friends.
Yeah, yeah, like in a jungle, you know.
So I was telling you that in this 15 years you have learned what English is and you came to know different words in English and you understand uh, almost all the words which are there in English and you have translated all that English all that English words English words into Serbian words, right? So I'm sure you know good English and good Serbian language.
Yeah, I hope so. Do you hear
I
me now?
Yeah, I think it wants to translate something like you.
Sorry?
I think even the parrot wants to translate uh,
Yeah,
like you.
yeah, it wants to be alive.
So
Totally.
I'm a computer science engineer. I have I'm a computer science I'm a computer science engineer. I did masters. I did masters in software engineering. So uh, in computer language, I'm sure you know one of the computer languages C++. plus plus. You don't
I
know,
think
right?
computers are made for younger people, you know, that we women who are 40 something, we are having problem with computer language because it's like intuitive for people your age.
Yeah.
Everything is made, you know, for people your age to understand it easily, and for people my age who were growing up without laptops, without cell phones and stuff like that, and who had to learn all about it in their 20s and 30s and something like that. People don't find it so
Yeah,
easy, you know.
I'm just telling about it because I'm just telling about it because we humans created machines, computers, right? We humans created the machines and humans started communicating with computers. Actually, computers will not understand the human language. Computer have its own language and computer have a lot of languages like C++, Java, Python. There are a lot of computer languages and human need to learn that languages in order to communicate and connect with computer. So there is a translator between human and computer. There is a software which is called as compiler. The compiler compiles, which means which takes the human language and translates in a computer language, and computer language is zeros and ones, which human cannot understand it. So this is what the communication happens between human and computer, and there is a translator between human and computer, and the translator is also a software. Yeah,
That's
which
it.
is yeah. Because I'm just telling this because you are a translator, right? So I just came into my mind when I was studying about computer and human language, and then I came to know about this. So it translates whatever the words that we type, it takes and it converts into computer language, and computer understands that language. For example, if we are putting one on laptop, computer will not understand the number one. Computer have instead of one, there is a number 1000001. There is a big number to understand,
Mm-hmm.
for computer to understand. It's a big number. So like that, so human and computer interaction happens, and only computer engineers know better about this. So coming to you, you translated a lot of books, hundreds of books in your life, right?
Yeah.
So, so a lot of authors got benefit because of you, which means their thoughts have reached Serbian people because of you.
Yeah.
So because of
Yes.
you spending time on translating it, and for each and every word you have spending time and you're understanding it, and you're trying to create the same emotion. You're trying to create the same emotion that has felt by the people who read the English book, who knows English, and you want the Serbian people to feel the same, so that you have to be accurate. You have to tell exact meaning of the word, so that it takes time for you. Like you said, it takes 1 month,
Yeah.
or sometimes it takes 3 months, depending on the length of the book.
Yes, yes, of course, and it's not only to be accurate, but also to transfer the atmosphere. Because the biggest compliment for me as a translator is if someone says that he while reading it, he had the impression that it wasn't translated at all, that it was written in Serbian. And that's the biggest compliment, that there is nothing strange going on in the text, but to flow like a river, that is very hard, but that's very hard, but that's the beauty of it. It would be boring if it would be so normal, and easy. Easy books are boring.
Ever thought to write a book in Serbian language or English language? Have you never
I
thought to become a author?
I did.
You
I
did.
wrote it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. What is the book?
I wrote it in Serbian, and it was published in 215. And after that, I translated it into English and found a publisher in the UK, and it was published last year, in September last year.
What is the name of the book?
Sorry,
What
what's the
is the
name
name
of
of the book? Yeah.
Slaves to Desire? Slaves to Desire. It's a collection of short stories about problems in love lives of some characters which were interesting to me, like the poet Charles Baudelaire, the writer Dostoevsky, George Sand, Salvador Dali, Van Gogh. It's interesting. It's different.
So can I say it is a collection of all the books that you read and that you have translated?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't. No.
So before translating it, you are understanding it, right? You are understanding it. So can I say that you are the best reader for every author.
Probably. Probably.
I don't think any reader or any buyer who understands books like you understand.
I hope so. I hope so. Sometimes people don't understand an author, and I'm very angry at the readers when they don't understand. For example, Marlon Brando, Black Leopard, Red Leopard, Black. Uh, that way, people don't like the book, and oh, it's so violent. Oh, it's gross. Oh, I think this book is so awful. And I'm like, how, how come you can't see the deeper meaning behind the violence and behind everything? And I'm really angry right now because this book is now, I think, in Serbia, and people are saying bad things about the book. And, like, I, I think maybe I'm wrong, of course, but I think that I have understood in one way, and that I see its brilliance in one way. And somebody doesn't see the brilliance of the book, and they're saying, "Oh, it's not."
Okay, so you read all the books in this 15 years.
What did I do?
So you read all the
I don't
books.
know my headphones. I would have put them on, but I don't know where they are, so I have to. What? What?
Okay, so you read all the books. To translate it, you read all the books.
Yes, yes.
Can I call you as a library?
Do I have a big library.
Can I call
Was
you as
that?
a library? Can I call you as a library?
No, no.
You got me? You, you understood me?
This is crazy conversation. But I like it. I like it. I hear every third word or every fourth word that you say, and like, I'm trying to piece together like a puzzle. What did you really say? So sometimes I get by your expression, I get it that I didn't say the right thing, that I didn't understand the question. But I tried to.
Can you hear me? Are you there? Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah, yeah.
It was sorry.
Yeah. So, so, so I'm sure you also became a good communicator by translating the words from one language to another language. You understood the complete languages. I'm sure that helped you in communicating with people too.
Yes, yes, of course. It's part of the job, to talk about what's in your book, to present it. I think I did. No, bizarre. Would know the answer to that question better. But I think, yeah, okay.
How many books are there in your mind?
How many books are in
How many books are there in your mind? In your
my
mind.
mind? In
Yeah.
my mind. Oh, I'm translating 3 books now at the same time. which is very crazy. So I have these 3 books in my mind. I have the fourth book in my mind. That's the one I'm writing, but I don't have the time currently to really write it or writing it in my head. That's 4, and Right.
I mean, yeah.
I,
My question was, how many books, in this 15 years, you have read all the books, right? All the books. How many books are there in your mind,
oh,
approximately?
oh, I don't know. I don't know. I've translated all these books and I read a lot. I read, I don't know, one book per week. I can't go to sleep if I don't read a book before that. So I don't know. Lots.
Do they give credit to your work by saying that, you have translated this book from English to, uh,
Yes, yes, of course.
on the book there will be your name?
Yes.
Fantastic. So, Serbian.
In that shelf, the last shelf there, those are my books.
Okay, okay. So, fantastic. So, how many books are there complete, totally?
I will have to ask you to repeat the question. I'm sorry.
How many books are there, approximately? How many books
I
contains your name?
feel that burden so out of you.
How many books contains your names? Your names.
146 or something like that.
146. Fantastic.
Something, something like that.
Did any author took help of you for understanding the books that you read? Did any author took help?
No, no,
What do you
no.
think?
I've contacted very, very few authors when well, sometimes there were some problems. Something couldn't be translated in that way because there were some still technical problems, and when we have technical problems, then we contact the authors. But no, they were okay. They helped me out, but they don't. And of course, there are some authors who are, you know, you know,
So it is not a small thing to understand the books of people who wrote from different parts of the world. You're translating it. It is a big thing. You're understanding everybody. I mean, every book is a collection of thoughts of a person, and they are putting their life. Some people I know, I did interviews of the authors who wrote a single book for 5 years or 3 years or maybe 10 years. I know authors who wrote a book for 10 years. You are, you are experiencing their experience. Their experience is about 10 years. You are reading it and you are like, you are not just reading it, you are understanding it, which means you are taking their experience into you.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so you are a book. I mean, you are a
You
book.
know, that,
You are a book who contains a lot of books.
well, I don't know. I don't know. I've tried not to copy anything, and everybody who read it said that it's completely different. So I don't know. Maybe I am, subjective because it's my book. It's better to ask the readers, but no, I don't think it completely. Maybe
What?
just ideas, but it's indirectly, when you read, I don't know, you read a woman is walking through the woods and she's looking at the sun and she's smelling flowers and blah, blah, blah. And, something sparks this idea of, I don't know, a spaceship falling down from the sky, It's an indirect process. You can't describe it that way.
What is the genre that you love personally?
What is the author I love the most for
Genre. What is
genre?
the genre? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's the
I
genre.
mean, genre means the type of what it is called. It is a fictional.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This it's too noisy here. I can't function like this. That was terrible. I just couldn't function like hearing every third word, and like, what? Sorry, can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? I can't do it. Okay. It's quiet here. What was the genre?
I mean, there will be what is it, fictional books, the real stories, and like that. There will be different types of books, right? So, what is your favorite? The genre, the type of book, like historical or mythological.
Genre, okay. I like fantasy and I like historical fiction most and fantasy.
Okay. So, which one you want to write personally? Do you have any plan in future?
Mm, Well, I will start in this. I will continue in this direction I have already wrote because my collection of stories is like it's philosophy and it's psychology and it's fantasy and it's erotica all merged into one thing because I don't like to contain myself inside one genre. I like to mix it all up, so I will continue in that genre.
Okay. So, translating, you became a translator. So, what do you think? Your lot of time. Can you put your camera a little upward so that no. In the same way, in the same way. Just put it, yeah, like this. So that you
Oh,
can fit in the screen.
I don't
Yeah,
see you now.
yeah. I mean, little downwards. Yeah. No. Down. Yeah, this is okay. So yeah. So my question was, in 15 years, you have read a lot of books. You have understood a lot of books, and you have connected with a lot of authors who are trying to tell something, and you are understanding, and you are trying to tell exactly to the people who don't understand that language, right? So how many compliments you got when after completion of translation? How many compliments you got in these 15 years?
Well, many, but people are, it's never enough. It's never enough. Um, no matter how many compliments you get, you want more, of course, and you always have the impression that it's not enough. People are very greedy when compliments are in question.
Okay, so can I say your English dictionary?
Well, I hope so. I hope so. An English dictionary, but only for writing. The pronunciation is a bit tricky all the time. So I'm not an online dictionary. Oh, that's the good comparison. I'm not a online dictionary because in online dictionaries you can press the button and hear the pronunciation. No, I'm an old-fashioned dictionary, when you have to flip the pages and leaf and find the word.
Okay, so can you translate something that I say into Serbian?
I can.
Okay. So you are a translator and uh, you are making a lot of authors to reach a lot of Serbian people. Translate this.
Ti si prevodilac i zbog tebe mnogi pisci dopiru do srpskih čitalaca.
Nice. Sounding good, but I don't understand.
Of course. And how would that sound in your language?
In my language, okay. So okay, I'm telling you in my language. Uh, మీరు ఇంగ్లీష్ భాషను భాషతో ఉన్న బుక్స్ ని సెరబియన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ లో ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో అందువల్ల ఆ, చాలా మంది సెరబియన్ వాళ్ళకి ఇంగ్లీష్ బుక్స్ అర్థమవుతున్నాయి. సో హౌ డు యూ ఫీల్?
It sounds interesting, but I don't understand the word, of course. You must have felt that way a minute ago.
Yeah, the same.
I know.
So so have you tried to translate other languages other than English?
No. I've tried to read in Russian, but I have to open the dictionary after every fifth or sixth sentence, even though I studied Russian in high school. But no, it's not enough. You have to know it really, really good, to even to read it, let alone translate it.
So before becoming a translator, you learned English or you know English already?
I knew it already. I went to school in Kuwait. My head free now. That's better.
Okay. So
Sorry, just to.
yeah.
Sorry. Oh, go away.
Yeah. So my next question is, um, do you have? Have you seen any video of mine? I'm doing videos with authors and writers, and putting it on my YouTube channel. There are a lot of
No, but
authors are talking about their books and from different parts of the world, a Canadian, a Australian, a Italian, a West African, and American, Indian, and all over the world. Different authors from different countries came to talk with me. Maybe I did up to 100 authors.
oh,
So
that's great.
I'm showing authors uh, books to different people who don't know about their books,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to explain and I'm trying to ask about their books, and I'm trying to ask the questions connected with the book. I'll try to ask as many as questions so that the person who watches the video so that they can understand the book, and if they're interested they can buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, while even when I started doing the videos with different people from different parts of the world, different country people speaks English in different way, right?
Yeah.
So, right, you know better about this. So, a England person speaks in English in different way, and a person who lives in Africa talks in different way. A person who lives in Canada talks in different way. A person who lives in United States talks in different way. So uh, I understood it, but it took very less time for me to grasp it and try to understand it, because I'm a writer. I have websites I have two websites. I'll write content in it regarding human psychology and computer science and engineering subjects. I'll explain the topics. So that's how I understood English language, and I became, I can understand English very well. So like that, I
Mm-hmm.
started understanding, and I started speaking to them, and they connected with me. And a lot of people. Even yesterday, I did a video with a person who is from United States, and who wrote a book on space, the scientific fiction.
Mm-hmm.
So
Science
he
fiction.
wrote, yeah, science fiction, and he was telling about his book. The book name is like A Drive, which means it is completely about space, how about physics, about science, and everything. So you know about it more. I know very less, but I did. Why I'm saying is because even it took a lot of time for me to. I mean, it took less time for me to understand the language, and to ask questions to them based on the things that they say. So yeah, and also I'm directly talking with them, and you're talking with their books. That's it. Their books are talking with you, and I'm talking with the people who wrote that books. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you don't talk. You're not a speaker.
No, no, I'm not a speaker. I'm not a speaker. I think this is of course, I've done it in Serbia. I've done it in Serbia. It's my language. It's town I know. I can get someone to my makeup so I can look, pretty, because girls always want to be pretty and then they don't have stage fright. It's different, in your own country, in your own language. This is the first time I'm doing it in English, and without a professional makeup artist, and in this crazy environment, with the parrot, animals, the dogs running away, and I'm talking with you, and because it's the end of summer in Serbia, there are hornets flying around me and wasps, and I'm like listening to you, but all the while I'm on the alert, if a hornet will come near me, and there's a stinking bug there. And this is the craziest interview I've ever done in my life.
In your entire life, you didn't do this type of interview.
It's such a crazy interview, with these crazy conditions.
Have you seen any videos of mine?
No, I didn't have the time. I told you this week was very, very manic. And this is the first day that I have an hour or two of free time, so I didn't do it yet, but I plan to, of course.
Okay. So thanks for giving your valuable time, and allowing me to ask questions, and sharing your experience.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Yes. I will look like a fool probably, but it's okay. You have my permission.
Can I put this video on my YouTube channel?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. I'll meet you again in future.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We'll do
Thank
it
you.
in another room where there is no parrot and no disruptions like this. We'll do
Yeah.
a normal interview next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Take care. Take care.